Hey guys, welcome to another week of Daily Geography Video Helper. This is week 6. It's called a Robinson Projection Map. We know that from the title, of course, at the top. Now, one thing we need to talk about before we get into the map is that the most accurate and really the only accurate way to show the Earth is on a globe. And the reason for that is that the globe shows the Earth as a sphere with a curved surface, which of course is how the Earth is set up. When you start to try to do flat types of maps, the Earth isn't flat, so you run into problems. So map makers have a hard time kind of making flat maps, and you should know that going in. One way we help to solve that is by using projection maps, and that's this type of map. Now, a projection map transfers the curved surface onto the Earth so it's flat on a flat surface like your piece of paper. So that's good, but it also has some issues. Now, one of the things that it probably will do, a projection map, is going to distort something. It's not going to be perfect. Either distance or direction or size or shape or something is going to be a little bit distorted because the Earth is round and your map is flat. So just kind of know that going in. One type of projection map is called a Robinson projection map, which is this type right here. Now, for this one, and by the way, a Robinson projection map is an oval-shaped projection. The shape and the size of the continents are all going to be accurate on this. So if you see North America and you see South America, the sizes, the shapes should be accurate. But take a look at the oceans for a second. And you can see that the oceans look a lot bigger than they really are, and that's to fill the extra space. So the oceans, that's a little bit off. I also want you to notice that the latitude and longitude lines are this week in increments of 15 for latitude. So you can see it kind of goes from 0 to 15 to 30 to 45. It varies on each one of our maps. We need to know that. And then if you look at longitude, we actually go by 15 there as well, but not every one is marked. There's every other one marked on that. So just kind of pay attention to that as we go forward. Let's look at number 1 for Monday. What is a system for mapping the round Earth on a flat surface called? And we just talked about that in the intro. So if you didn't catch it, rewind it to the introduction, the start of this video. Monday, number 2, what's another name for an oval-shaped projection map? Well, I mentioned that this is a Robinson projection map that is an oval-shaped projection map. So your answer is going to be, for this case, a Robinson projection map. Tuesday, number 1, name the parallels that are labeled north of the equator. What would be the next label after 75? So basically, we have to figure out that they're going into 15 increments. The latitude is 15 increments. So that's pretty simple. After 75 north, what's after that if we're going by 15? Tuesday, number 2, what is the range of numbers along the lines of longitude or meridians? What's the range, meaning what are the numbers in between? What is the start and what is the end is another way to look at that. So find the first number and find the last number, and that's going to give you your range. Wednesday, number 1, which continents have east longitude in their address? So you need to find the longitude lines, find the east longitude lines, and then which continents are going to have that in their address. The tip for it is going to be that there will be 5 total answers to Wednesday, number 1. Wednesday, number 2, most of the contiguous United States falls between which 2 lines of latitude? And remember, contiguous means touching on one or more sides, or in this case, connected. So find the contiguous United States. We've talked about that. You do have week 1's map to look at as well. And most of it, not all of it, but most of it falls between these 2 lines of latitude. What are those 2 lines? That's your answer for Wednesday, number 2. Thursday, number 1, is Central America on the same latitude as Africa, Australia, or South America? So you have to figure out where Central America is, what line of latitude goes through Central America, and then just put your finger across that line and figure out which one of those continents, Africa, Australia, or South America, is also on the same line as Central America. Thursday, number 2, which continent includes the coordinates of 90 degrees south latitude and 30 degrees east longitude? I'm not going to give you too much help on this because by now you should easily be able to find 90 degrees south, and you should be able to find 30 degrees east, and then put your finger where that is, and then just tell me the continent. We've talked about this several times over several weeks. Friday, which of the 5 oceans is closest to 90 degrees north, and which one is closest to 90 degrees south? So you're going to have 2 answers. So find your 90 degree north line. Which ocean is up there? Put it down as your answer. Then find your 90 degrees south line, and which ocean is down there? Put your answer down. Friday number 2, which U.S. state has an address of 70 degrees north latitude and 150 west longitude? So again, put your finger on 70 north, put your finger on 150 west, put them together. That is a state of the United States. What is the name? And that's about it. We do have a new type of map, of course, a projection map, but I think overall it's pretty simple if you just follow the few keys that we just kind of went over. Thanks for your time, and let me know if you've got any questions.